From the years that I've been drawing and trying to get better and better with my art, I've learned some things that I thought I'd share with you to answer the question of what advice and tips would I give to fellow artists or beginner artists. So here's 5 things I've learned as a growing artist. Practice. This is probably the most cliche or overused advice, but it is also the fundamental way for us to learn a skill, develop that skill, and to master that skill. So if we want to get better at anything we do in life, we have to put the time and effort into our craft. That means being consistent and doing or practicing as often as you can. This does not mean, however, that we have to draw every single day or every single second of the day. What's important is we dedicate time and continue to dedicate time for learning, developing, and mastering that craft. So doing something as simple as doodling or 5-minute sketches to creating elaborate finished artworks that take 20 hours all contribute to the improvement of our skills. It's a trial and error process. As we practice, we will try new things, or we will use the same method that worked for us before, and we will either succeed or fail. But it's a trial and error process. It means that we'll try and try and try again until we get our desired results. And if we fail, then we can cry, sook, let it out, but afterwards we'll move on and try again. Now, this method can get frustrating, tiresome, and it can make us want to give up, and it'll make us question, why are we even doing this if it gets difficult? And that's when we decide whether or not this is our passion, or if this is something we truly want. So keep this in mind when experimenting with different styles, media, and techniques as you try to find what works for you and what doesn't. Be patient. This advice does not mean that you have to draw slowly in order to get better at drawing. It is about our overall growth as artists and taking our time, because the process of developing our skills is not a race, and it's not a competition. It's so easy to get discouraged when we see artists who are presumably at a better point or have achieved more, which makes us question why we're not at their level yet. But we have to remember that we shouldn't compare our beginning to someone else's middle. Concentrate on what you're doing, try methods to improve faster, but don't do it because you want to be better than another artist. Do it because you want to be better than yourself. Be positive. Our attitude and perspective is everything, since it affects our relationship with art and art making. It's easy to find faults in our own work. It's easy to notice what we did wrong in a drawing. And whilst this can help improve our art, we need to put as much effort into recognizing what we did right. Therefore, reward yourself for small and big achievements. Pat yourself on the back for finishing something or for simply getting through something. If we can create a habit of seeing the bright side and having a positive attitude, it can help us better tackle challenges and moments of doubt. Lastly, use the resources available. The internet has quickly become a huge resource for artists, not just for sourcing inspiration, finding reference images, and discovering fellow artists, but it is also a great platform for putting yourself out there. So if you want to get noticed, you have to tell people that you exist. Use social media, join communities, and share your art. This can be daunting, but something scary can be exciting. And it can mark the beginning of an art career, and it can open up opportunities for you that you've never imagined. And speaking of resources, I've listed the ones I used to compile this list. They are all in the description box, so use them to your advantage. I hope you found this helpful, and most of all, good luck with your art. Feel free to share in the comments below the best art advice you've received, or share your advice for other artists, and let's all help each other out. That is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.